Okay, welcome to this video. Today we're looking at the Korg Monologue Synth. It's a monophonic analog synthesizer. It's a beautiful little beast. Look at it. This one's in the silver colour. You can get it in other colours, I believe. Possibly black, I think dark blue, maybe red. I may have made all of that up, but I don't think I did. Here it is. It's switched on. It's got a really nice kind of selection of lights for you to look at. And it's got this digital display here, which I really like. Let's just switch it off a second. And I'll switch it on and pay attention to what happens in this little window right here. So it says Monologue Analog Synthesizer. And then it does this tuning look. It takes quite a long time to boot. You get a little progress bar that animates as it loads, which I find kind of endearing, to be honest. I don't mind waiting a few seconds. I'm not sure what it's doing behind the scenes. Anyway, you then get this. If you can hear anything, by the way, it's the rain on the roof of this room. It's crazy. It's not some sort of deliberate ASMR. It's just something that happened while I was filming this video. So anyway, the keys, as you can see, they're not micro keys. They're in a nice size. You don't want them too big because then it's going to make the unit bigger. And the whole point of this is it's meant to be fairly small, and it is very mobile. It's quite light. You've got like 2 octaves or so there of keys. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I've had it a couple of days. This is what it sounds like. If you move this, you can sort of change the default instrument that you're on, or synth. You can get a little name in the box appearing. Let's go back to the first one. AFX Acid 3. So you can change the octave as well on this one. So I'm fairly low. I can move it up an octave there. Move it up again. And again. So effectively you've got 5 octaves. Be really high at cat level of hearing. So that's groovy. You can change those by flicking that backwards and forwards. This here bends the notes, so let's give that a go. You may have noticed, if you're paying attention, that in this window, when you bend, it changes the waveform. And actually, being able to visualize the notes you're playing, look at that, it's beautiful. What a beautiful thing that is. Yeah, being able to see the visualization of the notes that you're playing is a lovely feature. So, what else is there to say about this? You've got VCO1 and VCO2, and you can control the levels of each of those using this mixer. So you've got the VCO1 level, I've got that fairly high. VCO2 is down low at the moment on 0. These pots are quite hard to see in low lighting where you're at. You have to feel for them. I did see a video with someone who'd actually put like a white line on each of the tops so they could see where they're at. I get that. That was a good idea. But that's a very minor complaint, really. You've got a tempo over here as well. So, for example, if you're playing one of the built-in sequencers, so if I press play here, there's a groove. You can change the tempo with this, slow it down. You'll notice in this window as well, look, the number goes down, the digital display tells you what beats per minute we're at. Speed it up if you want. So yeah, that's that. You can of course record your own. So if I just hit record, let's try that. Put a rest in at the end there. I've missed a note out deliberately. Let's play that back. Sounds pretty cool. I'll just slow it down to make it more palatable. That's got a good loop to it, hasn't it? Now if you hold that down and hit another key, you can transpose that whole sequence into the key of F. You'll start on F as your root note, back down to C. And so on. Let's see how slow we can get this. So a very slow groove, and let's turn it up. Crazy speeds. So yeah, you can program the sequence in and you can edit it as well. You can put your rests in. Let's have another go at that. Let's do some rests. Set stop. I have to press record first. I don't know what that's going to sound like actually. It might sound rubbish. It's not bad. I've got away with that one, I think. So you can change obviously all of the aspects of the sound. Let's give it a little whirl. Bring in a bit of VCO too. And you can play with this thing for hours. It's beautiful. I love the sounds this thing makes. That's nice. And there's just so many things you can change on here to influence the sound quality or the dynamics of the sound. I'm just going to stop it there, press play again to stop. Let's see what else we've got in here in terms of the sounds. Injection. I like that. Anthem. That's Lu Fuki. There's about 90 or maybe even 100 of them. Let's keep going. Let's put it up an octave or two. Rubber duck. Let's reset some of these. What's the next sound? Oh, I like that. This is just looping after 3 beats, as you can see here, as opposed to taking advantage of the full 16 that you can have on the sequencer. You can actually obviously make your own and store them, write them. I like that. Oh, I'm going to have some fun with this. I've only had it a few days. I bought it to make electronic music, basically to plug it into a mixing desk and into a DAW and capture some really cool like synth sounds and some rhythms, sequences. Let that go. What else? Yeah, further up we're only on 38. That bouncy balls. Each sound has got its own sequence already built in that you can just use for inspiration. I like that, it's got a good retro gaming feel to it. What else is there? That sounds pretty good. Squelf, that one's called. Milky Way. Yeah, anyway, you get the picture. There's loads and loads of different sounds, all of which, like Centipede, you can mess around with. That's nice. Slow. Speeding up. Let's get it. That just sounds like a malfunctioning computer, and I love it. So anyway, yeah, that's the basic kind of, I don't know, a quick whistle-stop tour of some of the sounds and some of the features you can do. Get with this. Let's have a little look at the back of this thing and a bit more detail. So on the back it says Korg, and I like this kind of wood effect. It's really nice. You've got basically an input for a 9-volt power adapter there. I haven't got one of those. Mine didn't come with one. I don't think they do. Mine came with nothing, actually, I have to say. I did buy this second hand, so I'm not sure what it was supposed to come with. Whether it's supposed to come with the USB cable or not, or anything else, MIDI cables, I don't think so. I didn't get any. Then there's the on-off button right here. So currently I'm using powering this by 6 AA batteries, but I plan to buy a power adapter. I actually think that Korg, it's a little bit stingy selling this unit. It's not cheap, really. You'd think they might just throw in a power adapter for free. I read something about, someone was saying, I think it might even be the Korg spiel saying, ooh, this day and age, people just want to be on the move with batteries. No, the people like me want to use this in a studio, and they want to be able to power it for free. Anyway, moving on, it's a minor gripe. The USB slot there, or port, should we say. You've got the old MIDI in and out. You've got a sync out and in, I've not used those. You've got audio in there, I've not used that either, but essentially you can feed in a signal there too. You've got an output, so I was using that to record, I've used that to record the audio and capture the audio for this particular video. But that's my main method of sort of capturing what comes out of this little box. And then you've got like a dedicated headphone out as well. So yeah, it's beautifully created, looks really nice. Here's the back, nothing particularly exceptional here, other than the batteries. They go in there, look, I've got 6 of those lined up. I've read that they don't last too long as well. I mean, I've had mine in for a couple of days, seem to be going okay. I've used it a fair bit, but as I said, I'm gonna buy a power adapter for this. I think it deserves one. There's nothing else really to report visually other than it's pretty stunning. I've got the silver one and I think this is the best. It's got a nice shiny finish. So that is the Korg Monologue in a nutshell. I think it's a fantastic device. You can pick them up like I did, cheaper, second-hand. And I'm going to have so much fun making music with this. I've already made some, but I'm going to make loads more. So I hope you found this video useful. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.